Ladies and gents and ladies, and we, are back after over a year gone. It's been interesting. If you guys remember, back on my original YouTube channel last year, we did one episode of this, and it was on the 2022 Elimination Chamber event. Sadly, we never did another episode. We recorded another episode. I never edited it because my ass was too lazy back then. But this time, we are going to be fully committed to this podcast. And we're going to try and get this out on the Colony Weirdos channel. That is currently up. So we currently got this channel on. So, welcome back to From the Gorilla. This is the reboot. So this is going to be the real episode 1 of it. So joining me today are my two partners from the first time, starting with Javi right here.
Hello, everybody.
And then we have Mike.
What is up, everybody?
Alright. So, we actually ended up getting a fourth partner for this, but sadly he could not make it this morning because his ass is still asleep. So, we tried calling his ass like 50 times. He isn't responding. So we just went ahead and started this. If he joins,
we're recording this in the early morning.
Oh yeah, this is early as fuck in the morning, and his name is Chris. You guys know he streams Universe Mode, so y'all should already know him already. But yeah, Chris. We've tried calling his ass like 50 times. He was the one who wanted to do it this morning, and we've called his ass like 50 times, and he still hasn't responded. So we just went ahead and did this without him because I didn't want to take too long on this. So yeah, we just us three. If he ends up joining in the middle of the podcast, then that's him. We'll kind of introduce him to this whole fold.
He found I'm in this area.
So today we are going to be talking about our match card. Well, not really our match card. The match card for the 2023 Summerslam event, which as of this recording is in 3 days, I think. Yeah, 3 days. So, the biggest party of the... Yeah, Mike is yawning. It's the biggest party of the summer. So, we'll be talking about that today. Before we get into that, I thought we'd talk about 5 different wrestling news / things that happened in the last week that we could probably do a quick speedrun-ish thing to talk about. Just so we're not only talking about fucking SummerSlam. So... I got 5 little mini pieces of things we'll talk about. So, yeah, let's get started. Are you boys ready? Come on. Let's hear that.
Yes.
That tribal cry. All right. All right. Let's get started. So, first things first. This was a report that came from our boy Sean Ross Sapp over at Fightful. And he reported that the 2024 Royal Rumble event is going to be hosted in the Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay. I said Tampa Bay. So, do y'all have any thoughts on the Royal Rumble being set in Tampa this coming 2024? None of y'all live near Tampa, so.
I mean, is the first time Tampa is hosting the Royal Rumble, or has this happened before?
Probably, I'm not sure actually. I know Florida hosted a 2016 Royal Rumble. That was in Orlando. Let me find out real quick. Let's find out. Rumble events. Did someone lag out? Who left?
Find out.
Okay. Javi had a little slight misconnection.
Yeah, for some reason my alarm went off and it caused me to get muted or something like that.
All right, the 1995 Royal Rumble was in Tampa. It was at the USF Sundome. Like y'all probably don't know what that is. That's it though. Every other, so this will be their second Royal Rumble if it's going to be in Tampa. I stand by that. I think Florida gets way too many wrestling events, unlike a lot of other places in the country. But it is, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I feel like Nashville deserves another event just by the crowd at SummerSlam 2022 SummerSlam, because that crowd is on fire because the Mid-South is a wrestling hub, but that'd be for refuses to acknowledge it.
For real, dude. Atlanta is a dope ass crowd. I'm
It-
in Georgia personally. They had a Raw recently, and the crowd was really good for that event, and that proves them that they should 100% come back for a Atlanta.
Even I would like if they could do a PLE like here in California. I know they have WrestleMania in 2022, but like the last time we had like a PLE at least near me was back in one night stand Extreme Rules 2008.
Yeah, it feels like WWE when it comes to California, they only go to the Bay Area, like that's it.
Yeah. They mostly hit the same places. That was a big problem when Vince took over. I felt like when Triple H and all the new management took over, like Nick Khan, and when all these started taking over, like it felt like they were giving more locations a chance, mainly outside the U.S., which I'm fine with. Like all the new international events, like Clash at the Castle last year. One event we'll talk about in a second. You know, like a bunch of events are hosting like in outside countries, and I love that because those guys definitely deserve wrestling events that they otherwise will have not gone in like 20 years or so. So, but yeah. Also, Tropicana Field was a big place for the Thunderdome. Like 95% of it was either there or the Amway Center. So, you know, they got a whole. I get there was no fans, but you get my fucking point. There was like 95% of programming over there. So yeah, and so thoughts on Royal Rumble 2024 potentially being set in Tropicana Field. So before the Great American Bash happened last week, and on to our next news, which we'll talk about that itself soon. The next NXT pay-per-view is announced, and it is NXT No Mercy, and it is reportedly going to be set in, I think, Bakersfield. Bakersfield, California, and on Saturday, September 30th. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking for that show.
Same here, dude.
Yeah,
All the possibilities. I feel like I really want to see them do like Braun Breaker, maybe Ilya, just go at it one more, like go at it in a freaking just no holds bar match that goes across the entire arena because they're both big hosses. So.
Oh yeah,
that big
would be a solid match.
What I like is that in recent time NXT has been bringing back like old school pay-per-view names. Like they just did the Great American Bash. Now they're doing No Mercy. They also kind of done New Year's Revolution, only they call it New Year's Evil. But I would like that to be a PLE as well.
Yeah, in the past few years, they've also had stuff like In Your House. I know that has to come back in a little bit. Halloween Havoc was last year, so.
Oh yeah, Halloween Havoc.
They're bringing a bunch of like old events back. I'm actually kind of happy at No Mercy come back for NXT. There's only one match that I think is gonna happen, and that was based off this week's episode of NXT. It's probably gonna be Carmelo Hayes versus Wes Lee for the NXT title. I assume that match is gonna happen. I'm really excited for that match.
I do have a question though. I mean, I think it's cool that they bring back these old school names for NXT pay-per-views. But do y'all think this is better than having them name takeovers? Or would you guys still be like it if they brought back the takeover name for NXT pay-per-views?
Well, personally, it's just a name. So it doesn't really, it's not a major thing because like it's just like a name, and on top of that, it actually gets more creativity into pay-per-view names. Because before, we would just have NXT Takeover whatever city it was in. Like it'd be NXT Takeover Brooklyn, New Orleans. Like this time we got creative names like we're bringing back No Mercy and Great American Bash and Stand and Deliver was their like big event. Yeah, Deadline. Yeah, we got like big events. So.
They've done Vengeance as well.
What do you say?
That's right. They did Vengeance Day too.
Vengeance.
Oh, yeah, Vengeance Day.
Vengeance.
And honestly, like when he called them takeovers, it was like that still kind of held them back as just a developmental brand. When it's like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, like ever since Triple H took over and Shawn took over NXT, it's kind of like they brought it back to the third brand status they're trying to do in 2019.
Well, yeah. It's still a bit of a developmental brand, but I do like that. But I do like the creek that they are now a bit more creative with their names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, NXT I think is basically now trying to get back to where they were before because I'm like one of the minorities here that I absolutely do not like NXT 2.0. That era for like what was it, like a year. I hated that era. There just wasn't any compelling storylines. A lot of the superstars there were just kind of boring. It didn't seem like they were improving. It was not heading in the right direction. But once it changed to black and gold again, or fucking white and gold, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's low-key become a lot better because 95% of the NXT events this year have been really, really good. Like, it has reminded me of past black and gold. So, it's like, I think peak NXT is coming back. Like I'm telling you, I think it's starting to make a comeback.
and it's like you can tell like there's building up stars. Like Braun Breaker has been turned into a star in my opinion, as well as like Ilya's gotten more fame to himself. Carmelo Hayes,
Yeah. Wesley.
yeah, Wesley, and it's like they're doing good with Dragon Lee to start off. Like Dragon Lee probably they're one of their next big stars.
Not to mention the women in the roster too. Like you got Roxanne Perez, you got Tiffany Stratton,
Cora Jade, Lyra Valkyria, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane. It's got the best women's division at the moment. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's got the best women's division.
Oh yeah, definitely. NXT probably handles their women's division the best at every brand.
It's a gang of line because NXT like Lyra Valkyria, like low key has become one of my favorites, and I didn't know she existed 6 months ago.
That match she had with Ripley on NXT was dope.
That was crazy. It was a banger.
Yep. So No Mercy come back. Like I said, Mello and Wesley's probably happening. That's the only match that I 95% sure is gonna happen. Otherwise, you got no clue. It's not until the end of September, so no, don't speculate now.
I can't wait for that match.
Yeah, it's gonna be good though. We're staying on the NXT topic because we're going to do a mini review of Great American Bash. It was this past Sunday. Yeah, it was this past Sunday. Let's do a little mini review of the event. Not going to talk about it too in-depth. This podcast is like 12 minutes, so we're probably talking all in-depth here. But, what did y'all think of this year's edition of the Great American Bash from NXT?
Well, I want to start mainly with what I thought was good from the show. First off, definitely the main event. Ilya and Carmelo had a banger.
Oh yeah, that was a great match they had.
Incredible match. Honestly, I could see that match as a match of the year candidate. What else is good? I like the D'Angelo family getting the NXT tag titles.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
I was happy to see them after the way they tricked Gallus into getting a title match throughout NXT. That storyline was actually pretty fun to see.
Yeah, I like how they booked it. I like how they booked it off with like Tony getting let out of jail scene, like getting let out of jail. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I saw the mark of Tony.
I find it funny that NXT has now 2 ex-cons holding championships.
Exactly.
Tony D'Angelo and Dominic Mysterio.
Dom.
Oh no!
We didn't even forget about talking about dirty Dominic Mysterio.
That's another thing I enjoy about this pay-per-view, that North American title match. Dominic, Mustafa Ali, and Wesley had a great match.
Yeah. Moving Dominic to NXT for like whatever they're doing, like however long they're doing this was a great idea, honestly.
I feel it does give more eyes on the main roster. Mainly fucking Dom, like he's probably the most hated person in Judgment Day, and I'm not even talking about like people hate his character work. Like I'm talking about like general audience booing the fuck out of him. He is the most hateable one. Like easily.
That man cannot catch a break at all.
They're doing a good job building him up as a heel, and originally, I wasn't really a big fan of him winning the North American title because he did end Wesley's long-ass reign, A, and B, he's a main roster superstar. I always didn't really like the idea. But to be honest, he's really doing good with that belt, and I feel like giving him that title belt is actually probably for the better for that brand.
Yeah.
And I think it's helping bringing more ice to NXT since Dom has been on Raw and even SmackDown defending the title.
Yeah, because he's been on different brands defending the title too.
Like, and then also the way that I mean, like I do get like he took it off Wesley, but at least the way he won it keeps Wesley looking strong because of all the Judgment Day tomfoolery.
Yeah, especially since he's gonna feud with Mello anyway. So like,
Like that was a great way. That was a great way to take the belt off of West while keeping him looking strong.
All right.
I enjoyed the Weapons Wild match as well. I thought it was enjoyable. It was pretty good. Nothing great, but it was fun. Yeah, everything else that happened at the event though was not great. I think we can all agree that wasn't great.
I mean, I think we can all agree on the Gable Stevenson debut.
A double.
That was probably the biggest flop of a debut I might have ever seen. I'm not sure. Like that was an awful debut.
First off, even hearing the crowd, you knew this wasn't gonna go well.
Yeah, the crowd hated him. I don't know why. They just came in the building ready to hate this man. Like they were not on his side that night.
They were cheering for Baron Corbin of all people.
Exactly, bro. They should have just stuck Gable with his brother and called it a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think they might have debuted him too early.
Yeah.
That too.
And that's the thing too, because he's been built up for like over 2 years. Like what was it, like 2021 or 2022 was when he was drafted to Raw, and then that.
Yeah, technically he was drafted to Raw.
Yeah.
But then he never showed up.
Yeah, I think it's good that he went to NXT, propelling like a flat out college wrestler immediately to the main roster is kind of a risky move because you don't know how good he is of an actual pro wrestler. Because actual sport wrestling and professional wrestling like this, like on TV wrestling, is very much different. So like he'd have to adjust that different lifestyle. So,
yeah, Javi, you can confirm that, correct?
He can.
What?
How like amateur,
like sport wrestling, like different from like TV pro wrestling.
Well, yeah, it is a bit of a change, definitely. But I think throughout time you get used to it. That's why I feel like he probably debuted a bit. He might have debuted a bit too soon. Because some of like his selling wasn't the best that I've seen, or even some of his punches they look a bit wonky.
A little bit of context, by the way. Javi is training to be a professional wrestler, so we will ask this man constantly for input or like his thoughts on certain thing because of how accurate he is of a pro wrestler. We're gonna be using his status. But besides that, the Tiffany Stratton Thea Hale match was fucking terrible. The ending sucked. It was just kind of a boring match all around.
I feel like I'm in the minority of that match because I was actually enjoying the match, to be honest. I didn't think it was that bad. Only pretty much the ending I wasn't a fan of because Tiffany Stratton kept slipping on the walls of Jericho.
Yeah, I do kind of get that it doesn't really make Thea Hale look weak, and it kind of sets up another battle that they're gonna have. Maybe at No Mercy? I don't know if they're going to do it No Mercy again, but it wasn't really big ending of a match. So, in my honest opinion, considering the whole event, besides Melo v Dragunov and the North American title match, I just didn't really find the event super special. I thought 95% of the matches were like really forgettable, and the really bad stuff were like really bad. And then like a lot of the matches just I genuinely like don't remember, just move on my day. Like the NXT Tag Title match was very middle of the road. Good for D'Angelo family, glad they won, but it was very middle of the road match itself. Same thing with Thea Hale and Tiffany Stratton. So I wasn't really the biggest fan of the event. It's probably my least favorite NXT event of the year, and probably my least favorite pay-per-view as a whole of the year. So, in my opinion. Are you two boys still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. feel like I'm the only one talking here. All right. So, what would your rating be out of 10, personally? Like, if you had to, or a percentage rating, like, what would it be?
7.
What?
7 out of 10.
7?
Oh, 7. Oh, I thought you meant 7%. I'm like, damn.
No.
7%.
I would give it like a 6 out of 10, probably.
I'd probably say the same. 6, maybe 5. I'd say 6. I'd say 6. 6 out of 10. Very middle of the road event, nothing special. But some of the stuff that shined really shined. So
Yeah.
very solid event overall. All right. Then our next thing we have is the announcement of the Superstar Spectacle returning. This was just announced, I think, like yesterday or something like that. It's gonna be on, I think, September 4th. So it's literally gonna be like at the beginning of September, and it will be in India, obviously. So yeah, this is basically a sequel to the first one that happened during the Thunderdome era. So yeah, another Indian event. I don't think it's gonna be a major like pay-per-view. It's not a major pay-per-view or anything. I think it's just a basic event. But what do y'all
Dill
think? Of
Pickle's.
this?
Dill Pickle's gonna love this.
You think he's gonna go?
Low key, I feel like Dill Pickle's gonna go to this.
That'd be funny if you were to go.
Or Logan's gonna at least try to get him to go. One of the two.
Oh, he's definitely gonna try and get him to go. You know Logan's definitely gonna try and get Dill Pickle's ass to go.
Yeah.
Dill Pickle, if you're watching this, go to Superstar Spectacle.
Yes, sir. It's probably the only Indian show for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or next year. I don't know. But yeah, go support gender.
Mm-hmm. Another funny thing is that a lot of people like people that haven't shown up at all or like lately are on the poster. Like fucking Shanky is on the poster for the event. Shanky and Odyssey Jones are the main two people that really kill me off.
Odyssey, but he's black, not Indian.
Yeah, still he hasn't shown up at all yet, and all of a sudden they're marketing him for Superstar Spectacle. Fucking Braun Breaker was even on the poster. He's doing like a moonsault or something on the poster, which is kind of funny. So it seems like they might get a little lower names to kind of show up at the event, maybe just for some matches or so.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I am cool with that too. I mean, good way to use their newer talent or whatever. Obviously, Indus Sure are probably going to be involved, like, probably, I assume, the main event, because they're, like, the biggest Indian act in wrestling right now, or WWE right now, so.
Very much are.
I assume they'll be the main event, like they were last time.
Exactly. At least they're Indians, unlike AEW. They have, like, one Indian.
So, yeah, good, pretty excited. Nothing major, just thought I'd report that. Alright, then our final piece of news before we get into the main topic for today is a little bit of a concern. Well, not really a big concern, but this is just to kind of address a little bit of concern from fans. Mainly our boy Christian from our Colony Weirdos group. And that is the build-up to AEW All In, which is set to take place at the very end of the month. So, a lot of people are kind of concerned that they have not advertised a single match yet, or they haven't set up a single match yet, and it's only 3 weeks away, I think. So, yeah, what do y'all think of the build-up of All In? Do y'all think that they are kind of slacking?
Well, it's pretty much non-existent. So.
Yeah, exactly.
They're blowing it, because, like, here you are, you had the biggest venue in and their thing is I thought they were relying, like, AWs were relying too much on shock and awe announcements rather than like actual storyline developments. When be like this should be like the culmination of at least 3 feuds, in my opinion. Like, it needs to be something big, because as I just said, it's the biggest venue in all of London, and it's a second All In, which is the pay-per-view that started AEW, and they're treating it as if it's just a normal pay-per-view where they give 2 weeks build up for 70 matches.
Exactly. That's what I've been annoyed with, because this is one of the biggest shows that AEW probably have, and they haven't done much to, like, bring hype to it. Like, you would have thought at least like a month ago we would at least gotten some build up for a match.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the build-up has it's been non-existent, as Javi said, and that's a big problem. This is what AEW are basically notorious for, right? They basically slack. They don't do anything until the last 2 weeks of the event when they start going all out, no pun intended, on announcing a bunch of random ass matches. Some of them obviously have been based on this build-up, but a lot of them just come out of nowhere, just randomly happen. So
Exactly.
yeah, the problem is they just don't really know how to build up to an event. They just announce all of it in 2 weeks and expect people to get excited. But you gotta have a selling point. So far, the only selling point of this event is that A, it's an all-in, and B, that they've sold so many goddamn tickets because they're in fucking Wembley Stadium. A wrestling event in Wembley Stadium is going to get attraction in London. That's just how it is, because they don't get anything in Wembley Stadium. So.
It's also stupid. How do you have a match planned All Out in September, but not a match for All In that's in 3 weeks?
What did they have planned for All Out? Am I dumb? Did they confirm something for All Out?
All Out, Darby Allin versus Luchasaurus.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. They confirmed a match for All Out, but they confirmed one match for All In. That fucking sucks.
No, and it's gotten so bad with the build up that I saw this actually I saw a picture of a tweet that Andrade Idolo did. Really, I guess he was trying to start hype himself, and he said that he wanted to face Malachi Black at All In.
That would be a good match. That'd be good.
I mean that would be a good match. I'm just upset that it took the talent themselves to get hype.
Yeah,
when
exactly.
it should be AEW themselves doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At this point,
agreed on this.
At this point, at least the majority of the card should have been announced by now.
Yeah, we should have at least a good picture of what the card is gonna be. We don't even have a main event announced.
Yeah, we don't. So I'm actually attending the AEW Dynamite tapings on the Go Home show. It's not just Dynamite. Collision will be taped that same night, along with Dynamite and Rampage, since they'll obviously be in the UK. And I'm just kind of wondering that when I do end up going to that, they're just gonna announce 50 matches on the fucking show to All In, and I'm gonna be like, all right, slow down. Y'all are doing so much here. I need a time to think about what this match is how this match is gonna be. There's an overload on that show.
There was a rumor that one of the planned matches is gonna be Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho.
I saw that. They do that, then fuck that. That's gonna piss me off.
Exactly.
Ospreay and Jericho. Why not do the third Ospreay and Omega bout? That's what they should have done.
Because I get I get they want to give Ospreay a quick win, but have him fight Omega again because those two can put on bangers all the time.
Their Forbidden Door match was probably one of the best matches of the year so far from any wrestling company. Definitely top 5, easily, I think. And
honestly, if Jericho versus anybody, it should be Doug Williams. That's about it. Just because he's British and Doug Williams. That's it.
But yeah, it makes sense for Ospreay and Omega to finish their trilogy. Omega won the first match earlier this year at Wrestle Kingdom, I think it was. And then Ospreay beat Omega Forbidden Door. So just have one more match just to wrap it up. The England fans will fucking love it. And just have one more banger, instead of wasting Will Ospreay on Chris Jericho. Here's the thing. If you're gonna use Ospreay on Jericho, who the fuck is Omega gonna be used against?
Exactly.
Who are you gonna put him up against? Fucking Don Callis? No.
No one. Kenny Omega get Takeshita. If Kenny Omega wins, he gets 5 minutes alone with Don Callis. No, then there's probably the stipulation they're gonna use, or it's Takeshita and Callis versus Omega. It's all one handicap match.
I was about to say, well, they could do Kenny Omega and Takeshita. That's the one that they may do. Or maybe they'll do Kenny and Kota Ibushi versus Takeshita and maybe someone else. I don't fucking know who's with them. But Yeah, overall, All In needs to do a lot better with their build-up, especially since it's 3 weeks away. We don't got any match announced. Like, they're not doing a really good job of winning people over, especially me. And, like, I forget the All In's coming up. Like, that sucks. I literally forget that it's coming up. And I should be super excited, but I literally don't even know that's coming up. Like, I'm like, I get reminded of it every now and then. I'm like, oh, All In's happening, at the end of the month. It's weird. So,
FTR better than you, baby, rematch.
alright.
That's what I want. FTR versus better than you, baby, again.
Yeah, give MJF and Adam Cole the tap tails. There you go.
Like,
Just saying.
it shouldn't work, but it works so well.
It really does, dude.
Is it literally one of the best things on AEW right now?
Exactly. And it's like, you think that MJF is going to turn heel, but he's not. It's awesome.
I think Adam's gonna turn on him instead of MJF, just to do a little switcheroo, a little bit from what's typical.
Like Adam should turn heel this time. Give us something fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the way that Adam was like expecting to turn on Collision, but then Max didn't do it. I'm like, bro, breaking my heartstrings are getting tugged.
Yeah, it's definitely the best storyline going AEW right now. So, overall, All In, do better. That's what I'm saying. Do better in your build-up. Get us excited, Don't leave it to Andrade to get us all hyped for it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to get into another fight backstage with Sammy Guevara. Don't want that to happen again.
Well, I can see Andrade just leaving for WWE when his contract expires.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like a lot of those people seem to be doing better nowadays. Like, remember we thought the Elite was going to be WWE? They're definitely fucking staying now.
I mean, I still think they are.
I think they're staying, honestly. It's been confirmed they're staying. They renewed their contracts, so.
Oh, they did? Hold up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I think Fightful reported on it, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember seeing they were in what's called it?
I think it was
in negotiations for it.
I think Omega, Young Bucks, and Hangman all renewed their contracts, so.
Let's see.
Extended them. All right. Well, why don't Mike looks into that? Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. I see right here. I just saw it sported. Yeah.
Yeah, you found it.
Yeah, I just saw that on Wrestle Talk. Just sported it like today.
All right.
Yeah, they were in.
It is now time to get into our big boy topic of the week, and it is our predictions for the SummerSlam 2023 event that is this coming Saturday. Like I said, 3 days. I think we can all agree that we're all honestly very excited for this pay-per-view because I sure as fuck am. Are all of y'all?
Oh.
All right, y'all just didn't say anything. That's fucking perfect.
I didn't know you asked the question.
I did. I was asking if y'all were excited for SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so today we're going to be going over all 8 matches. I think, even though there is SmackDown today, I don't think there's going to be a new match confirmed for SummerSlam. I think we've gotten all 8 matches already, so.
SmackDown today. It's Wednesday, homie.
Well,
Yes, it is Wednesday.
I'm saying, I know SmackDown's on Friday, but but I'm saying that there
I
won't be any matches
said
confirmed
today.
on Friday.
My bad. I'm a little deaf.
Yeah, you are a little deaf. You're a little.
Again, it's early in the morning.
You're up there in the brain, alright?
It's only 9:47 for me.
It's 10:47. Get it right.
It's 7:48 for me.
How the fuck is it 7?
Bobby.
No wonder why Chris fell asleep.
Hi,
Why do you think Chris is still asleep?
No wonder he didn't make it today. Alright. Alright, let's get into SummerSlam. So we have 8 matches. First off, before we get into SummerSlam, let's have a little discussion real quick about a certain match that was going to happen at the event, but actually just got pulled from the event. And a lot of people have been talking about it, and I feel like this would be a good opportunity to use us to talk about it. Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus was originally going to take place at the event, but now it's going to take place in 2 weeks on an episode of Raw in Canada. So what do y'all think of removing that match from the pay-per-view?
I personally thought it was a bit strange to not have that match on SummerSlam, because I felt like the build-up, the way the rivalry has been going, I thought the payoff was going to be at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
I really thought it was going to be at SummerSlam, yeah. It really seemed like
Only for just to be announced that in 2 weeks it'll happen in Canada.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't care because this feud I had no interest in this feud at all. That's but
Okay, we just went quiet at the same time. All right, keep going.
Yeah, what happened?
yeah, it's like, I mean, I feel like maybe they're just trying to do like give Trish like the home field advantage to like build like give Becky like a bigger babyface one maybe. It's like, oh, she's fighting Trish in her own homeland of Canada, so Becky's gonna get booed and Trish is gonna get cheered, blah blah blah. So I think it's gonna happen.
I feel like
I'm
the
like-
match should have definitely happened at SummerSlam because that's what they've been building up for the last like 3 months of this feud. Like, I think Becky and Trish fought twice now? Not on pay-per-view, but haven't they just had a match twice, or is that they've only had one match?
They fought in wow, what?
I know they fought Night of Champions, and that's where Zoe Stark debuted.
Yeah, they fought Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Then they continued the feud. They were both in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, maybe that was just a continuation of the feud without having an actual match between all that. Yeah, they've been having this big feud. It's been pretty big deal on Raw. It's been advertised. Like, it's been a pretty decent feud that's gotten a lot of time. And for some reason, they're just having it in Canada. Like, I get that Trish Stratus might be her hometown. And I think rumors are saying that it might be her actual last match this time. So they're going to have it, like, in Canada for, like, a little send-off for her, which is great and all. But, like I'm saying, I feel like it's kind of weird that they just had this big build-up of this match, and all of a sudden they're like, you know what? Fuck you. Let's just cut it. Let's just have
Raw.
it in 2 weeks.
Raw.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
No, it was a bit weird. So that's our thoughts on that match, guys. All right, into the 8 matches that are currently confirmed for SummerSlam. Let's get into it. Starting with the SummerSlam Slim Jim Battle Royal.
Neck into a slim. Eat me.
I can't believe I'm saying those words. The Slim
Am I
Jim Battle Royal that was confirmed. I think this week. Or last week.
Am I the only one that didn't know that WWE is still partnered with Slim Jim?
I knew. I've had for a while.
Yeah. Dude, the only reason I know Slim Jim's existence is because they follow me on Twitter. So that's the only reason I basically know of their existence.
Whenever I'm driving to school, so like about twice a week, I always stop at a gas station on the way there and get a Slim Jim, bro. I love tradition. I love Slim Jims. They still taste good even after all these years.
I've never had one personally.
I've never had Slim Jim either. Isn't it just like a giant
You
meat
both
stick?
are not American.
Like, is it just like a giant stick of meat?
Yes, but it's so good though. Like, literally, like the first bite always sucks. After that, it's pretty delightful.
How have we devolved this podcast into talking from wrestling into Slim Jims?
Yes,
This is now the Slim Jim podcast. So
it is now Slim Jim podcast, not sponsored. Slim Jim's please sponsor.
please sponsor us, Slim Jim. If you're watching this, you follow me on Twitter, so you guys already
I
have like links to me. Just
I love you sponsor us.
send us the DM and sponsor from the Gorilla. Come on, we gotta get ourselves out there. You know, we gotta beat off the script in ratings this week. Come on.
With our whole 10 subscribers, I think we have.
But as this battle royal, so far as of today, there are 6 participants confirmed for this match, who are LA Knight, Sheamus, Tommaso Ciampa, Shinsuke Nakamura, Otis, and Chad Gable. So those are all confirmed match. I'm being honest.
Solid,
Oh, you were saying, Michael?
so far, solid competitors. I mean, just off of that.
I'm gonna be honest, I really think that this match was only made just so LA Knight could finally get a win. I think LA Knight is definitely gonna win this match for sure. Like, I feel like he is easily the most predictable winner here. I mean, to be fair, we all thought he was gonna win Money in the Bank. He didn't. We all thought he was gonna win that U.S. title Fatal 4-Way. He also didn't. So, like, it's kind of a weird situation with him.
Yeah, I think this kind of like did it be trying to appease people who were salty that LA Knight didn't win Money in the Bank.
Yeah, for real. Like, I think they're just trying to give LA Knight a win again, which I'm fine with, especially since they've been saying for a long time they're gonna push him, that he's gonna get pushed. So whenever that does happen, I'm all for it, and hopefully he gets the win in this match. As the match itself, it's just a battle royal, nothing on the line except maybe like a lifetime membership of Slim Jims, but nothing really too important there on that end. So I think LA Knight is going to win this match in the end. I think he's going to win the Battle Royal. I think it's pretty obvious for him.
Yeah, I definitely got LA Knight winning this match.
Mm-hmm. You also got LA Knight winning, Michael?
Definitely LA Knight, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then we got into our next match, which is the MMA rules match that said take place between Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. A feud that has actually been pretty solid. As surprised as I am to say that, it's actually been a good feud for the past few weeks. Now, someone explain real quick. What the fuck is an MMA rules match? Is that like?
Like it's pretty much we're just gonna watch.
Is it just like Fight Club without the cage?
I assume.
Or Fight Pit? Fight Pit, not Fight Club. Fight Pit.
Oh, Fight Club. That's a movie.
I know, dude. Fight Club. But I mean, it was like, is it just Fight Pit without the cage? Is that pretty much what the match is?
Maybe they'll bring back that weird cage they put right beside the stage they did in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Cause I'm thinking like, didn't they do something similar with Ken Shamrock back in WWF?
Yeah, it was like Ken Shamrock, I think Owen Hart in the cage.
Yeah, it was something like that.
What's that? Let me Google that real quick.
Maybe they'll bring back the Ambrose Asylum and have like barbed wire on the top of the cage so like they can't escape.
Bring back
bullshit like that.
Bring back Mitch the Plant.
Dude, for real, Mitch the Plant, bring his ass back.
Bring him back.
Dude, imagine if they have like Mitch like debut like AEW or something like in a segment. Just like have his ass like pop in.
It was I think it was a Lions Den match. It was called. Not sure.
Lions Den.
Let me look at Owen Hart's Wikipedia. Probably in there, but easier to find.
But concerning this match, the build-up has actually, like I said, been pretty good. Way better than I think it has any right to be, considering we all know our thoughts on Ronda Rousey at this point. I don't think anybody actually genuinely cares for her. She's not good at all. And this whole run from her has been absolutely disastrous. So, yeah, I think this is going to be Ronda's last match in WWE because there's been a lot of rumors of her leaving, so I think this might be her last match.
Yeah.
She finally does get to do that match with Shayna, so that's probably why that it makes sense for this to be her last match. And I think Shayna's going to win this. I think she's going to get the win, and hopefully this starts a good-ass push for Shayna Baszler because it's been long overdue.
Yes, please.
We,
I've been wanting Shayna Baszler to go back to her NXT days.
For real, go back to her fucking Queen of Spades days where she was just.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I found out what Lions Den match that we're thinking about.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah, it was a Lions Den match.
excellent. Fantastic.
I mean, if they put them in that cage, let them go at it for like 15 minutes, about maybe 12, 13 minutes. And this, yeah.
I'm interested in seeing how this match will go.
Yeah, I'm interested
Based
in
with
what the MMA rules match is like how it's gonna go with the like, what the fuck is it? Pretty much.
Is it gonna be like you can only win by like submission or knockout or
Like
referee
submission,
stoppage or something?
out, tap out, whatever the rules are.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Overall, I predict Shayna Baszler to win. So, what about you two? Who do you predict to win the match?
I got Shayna.
Yes, Queen of Spades.
Mm-hmm. Good. All right, moving on. One of my most anticipated matches of the event coming up, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship. It is gonna be the Ring General Gunther versus Drew McIntyre, a match that has been built up since Money in the Bank, where Drew returned and beat the fuck out of Gunther, and now the match is happening. So, personally, I am hyped as fuck for this match because these two will probably like honestly beat the fuck out of each other and go hard in the ring. So what about you? What are y'all two thinking?
I feel like this is gonna be
This is gonna be a slugfest. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'll be as good as Gunther and Sheamus at Clash of the Castle. Because like Sheamus and McIntyre have a very similar style, and I feel like it'll be a banger with Gunther involved, just like how it was with Sheamus involved.
Gunther and Sheamus is probably one of the better, probably one of the best matches that has low-key happened in the last 5 years. So
Exactly.
That was one of the best matches.
If it replicates any energy that was in that match, then holy fuck, we were in for a treat at SummerSlam.
Exactly. Like McIntyre is he's a tank. Gunther's a tank, and just bro, I just imagine the chop fight. The back and back chops are gonna be amazing.
That's for sure.
Chop off.
I can just see them chopping back and forth, and then Drew ending with a Glasgow kiss, like the headbutt or something.
That'd be a perfect sequence right there. Just
For real,
slap.
just chop, and then the fucking headbutt, and both of them go down.
And then I imagine Gunther hitting the ropes, and then trying to headbutt Drew back or something like that. Maybe I don't know. Or he eats a second headbutt, and Drew just spent himself on doing 2 headbutts in a row. I don't know.
I personally think Drew McIntyre is actually gonna win this match.
You think Drew's actually gonna win this?
I think Drew is winning it. Gunther's Intercontinental Championship reign has been one of the best in recent years. Like he brought back prestigiousness to the title.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if there's anybody that's gonna beat him, I think it's gonna be McIntyre.
I actually think Gunther is gonna win this match. Our first disagreeing prediction in the video. I think Gunther's winning because I think they're 100% gonna have him break Honky Tonk Man's record to become the longest reigning IC champ of all time. They've definitely been setting that up, and he is not that far away. He's like a month away at this point from getting it. I think he's gonna get it for sure. If I had to predict when he's gonna lose it, I feel like maybe around either Survivor Series or Royal Rumble will be when he loses his belt. Probably Survivor Series because I think he's gonna win the Royal Rumble. He is my pick to win the 2024 Royal Rumble. I think he's gonna win it.
I want to lose the title, like a triple threat or something, earlier in the night, and then come in the Rumble pissed off and just kill everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Which what they should do. Like have him lose the IC title in a multi-man match, like triple threat fatal 4-way, where he doesn't get pinned, and then he just Rumble at 6 or something, and then just decimates the entire field.
That would be great to see. Mike, who do you think is gonna win between Gunther and McIntyre?
I see the Ring General retaining.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they're gonna have him beat Honky Tonk Man's record, like you said, Fisher. I agree with you on that. Because at this point, if they don't do it, it'll be a huge lead. At least in my opinion.
I could see them possibly giving Drew the win, and if they don't have him break Honky Tonk Man's record, I don't think it'll matter anyway, because everybody will still remember Gunther's title reign anyway, because it's low-key been the best title reign that title has had. So he's already left a big legacy behind. But to be fair, you could say that for Roman Reigns, who's held his title for 2 fucking years.
Exactly. Going on 3.
He's that main chase to lose it. We'll get to that match shortly. I think, is Javi lagging? You good?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, you're not lagging. All right. So, were you saying something, Mike? Sorry.
I just said Tribal Queen for the joke.
Oh, thank you, Mike. All right, moving on to the next match. This one's probably going to be the opener of the show, I imagine. It will be Ricochet versus Logan Paul. This match,
Dude,
very excited for. Very, very excited for this match.
Right. It's going to be a banger match, dude.
Mm-hmm. We got 2 of the best high flyers probably in the company right now. Ricochet, honestly, obviously a freakish athlete, and the social media megastar Logan Paul. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one.
Exactly.
had to take a temporary. We had some technical difficulties. My computer just stopped recording because I ran out of space, but I cleared stuff up. And on top of that, Javi's power ran out, and it's going to be out all day. So that's a great thing to
Javi
happen.
is screwed right now, bro. I'm like, I feel bad for Javi.
So if Javi lags throughout the stream, then that's what it is.
That's why.
So,
Javi Baja.
If I sound like I'm in the submarine under the ocean, then I'm sorry about that.
Under the
the
sea.
Ocean Gate, men's on Ocean Gate.
If I sound like I'm in the ocean gate, I'm sorry.
Bro. Oh.
Okay.
Has it been a month yet since that happened?
Has it? I don't even remember when it did happen.
Let's check. I know it was like sometime in July. Ocean Gate.
I'm pretty sure it was like a month ago.
That was. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Titan implosion. That was. Oh no, that was June 18th.
I
Okay.
thought it was June. I wasn't 100% sure, but I thought it was. Alright, let's stop talking about Ocean Gate and get back to our topic at hand. We were talking about Ricochet versus Logan Paul when our thing cut off, so. What are you guys' thoughts on Ricochet versus Logan Paul at SummerSlam?
I'm hyped for that match. I'm ready to see Logan Paul just hit Ricochet with a bottle or can of Prime to the head.
Imagine if Ricochet, Logan comes with a bottle of Gatorade, yet Ricochet comes in with a bottle of Gatorade and starts fucking like they start fighting
That'd
over sports drinks.
Because, bro, Prime Energy is just goated like that.
Prime is really good.
Can't
I like
say
it.
I haven't had a Prime, but everyone says it's good. So
Prime is like you think it sucked because like it's like you promoted like that, but it's actually really good.
aren't they under like health investigation or something? Because like too much caffeine, like in one of their.
I think
I thought that was
they were.
Wait, I thought that was Ben who was under investigation.
That was what?
Let's see. Oh yeah, they're under. Oh yeah, saying they contained more caffeine than is safe for child consumption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How is that their fault? Because like it literally says in the can, not recommended for under 18. It's not their fault if kids buy Prime.
Exactly. Why are kids drinking energy drinks?
Well, they're not. Well, to be fair, they're not like fully restricting on like Prime. Like otherwise, they would like full on be like, yeah, don't drink this, or whatever. It's not safe. But yet, people under 18 continue to drink it anyways.
Wait, I mean, where you give a 5-year-old coffee? Probably
Yeah,
maybe.
Dude, yeah, my 5-year-old child's thirsty. You know what? Prime sounds good.
Exactly, Prime Energy.
That's gonna get them on their feet.
I am a hip father, so I'll give them Prime Energy.
Alright, but for this match itself, I am very excited for it because Logan Paul and Ricochet both have very similar movesets, so I'm very excited to see how they're gonna bounce off of each other in the ring. And just the match overall, I'm just very excited. I just like Logan Paul is a good wrestler, so I'm just very excited to see him in the ring, and I think Ricochet is one of the best people they could have. To me, I either wanted him versus Ricochet or him versus Bad Bunny. Like, one of those matches was the one that I wanted, and they got Ricochet, so I'm fine with that. And as for who's gonna win this match, Avi, continue. Sorry.
Oh, I just want to see what crazy spot or move are they gonna do, because every time we get Ricochet and Logan Paul in a ring, they always end up doing something crazy.
Oh, dude, what's next? They
Like,
gonna dive off the Titantron, like fucking Jeff Hardy style.
I mean that might happen. I mean, these two springboarded from one side of the ring each and collide in the middle of the air.
Yeah, that was wild when that happened. It was pretty impressive. Like, they literally like went across the ring to collide into each other. All sick. So yeah, as who's gonna win this match, I think Logan Paul is actually gonna get the win here because Logan's been losing a lot this year on pay-per-view, and I think that Ricochet's probably the better opponent for him to beat, because Ricochet can probably afford the loss, to be honest. So
Hmm.
I think Logan.
I actually think Ricochet might get the win here.
All right,
Hmm.
Mike. Who do you think winning?
Yeah, Ricochet will get the win this time.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
So we're differing on this one now. Interesting. It's
Yeah.
pretty interesting to see what it's like come SummerSlam. This in 3 days. All right. Then we're on to our reportedly 4 main events as WWE have been advertising. Our first one of these is going to be the final bout between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. These two who have never stopped feuding in the past 2 months, maybe 3 months. Was it 3 months? Maybe it was. But what are you guys' thoughts on Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar 1-on-1?
I feel like I'm interested in the matchup. I feel it's gonna be pretty good. Like Cody and Brock, we finally get ending this feud.
Finally,
and,
it's been going on forever.
And have Cody focus on something else.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes and Brock finally ended their feud. This feud feels like it's been going on for so long. And I'm going to be honest, I've never really been super interested in this feud. Because it kind of just came out of nowhere, to be honest. Like, Brock randomly attacked Cody for, no reason. I still don't know why he attacked him, in the first place. He just did it for no reason. But their match at Backlash was fine. It was pretty good. Not great. It was pretty good. I can't remember their match at Night Champions. What the fuck happened in that match? All I know is that Brock won, I think. I don't remember what happened to that match at all. Do y'all remember what the fuck happened?
The match at Night Champions was. The match at Night Champions was. I thought that was better than the one at Backlash.
Yeah.
It was a bit more it had more action to it.
Yeah.
My only thought is that I feel like this third match, SummerSlam, the stipulation.
It definitely needs a stipulation. You know what you also need to do? Fix your damn leg.
Damn.
But yeah, this match does need a stipulation. I'm really surprised. I don't think there's gonna be a stipulation, which is kind of weird. I feel like they definitely should have gotten a stipulation for this match. But as for who's gonna win, I think it will be Cody. I think Cody's gonna beat Brock, finally end the feud, and Cody can focus on something else until he finishes the story. So.
Exactly. At WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes will defeat Roman Reigns for the title.
I got Cody Rhodes winning.
Yeah, I think we all got Cody winning that match.
Yeah, I feel like Cody's gonna. I feel like Brock's gonna do something, and then Cody's gonna somehow get Brock dazed, and then hit the crossroads on him 3 or 4 times. I don't know.
All right, moving on. In our next match, which is gonna be for the women's title, it will be a triple threat as Asuka defends against Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. Those rounds.
They better. Asuka better, bro.
Yeah, Asuka definitely needs to win this. I think she will, honestly. I don't think they'll give the belt to fucking Charlotte. Because they will.
I feel like I just don't want to see Bianca Bianca win it again, bro. I'm she's her reign started to bore me about halfway in.
I don't think they'd give Bianca the win because I don't think they'd have Asuka enter Raw ring and then give her the title right back. That'd just be weird. Yeah, this match really has not got me all that excited. The build-up, really hasn't been a whole lot of build-up for this match. It feels like Charlotte was kind of just randomly put in this feud.
The build.
And he's gone. He is completely lagged out, I think. Is he still in?
Oh, no.
He's still in. He's lagging the fuck out.
Not the lag.
Not the leg.
Charlotte and Bianca.
You're not. Oh,
It's on title, to be honest. Yes. What? What?
you lag like they're out.
What
You're
the fuck
tired.
is happening?
The lag is not helping me out in this.
It is
Like, they're
not helping you out in this situation,
tired.
man.
Talking. It was like
Ah, ah.
I was asking what?
I mean,
We
the
just
entire
said that your
time
lag
you were.
was going on.
Jesus.
Alright, that's the match at hand. I don't really have anything to say about this match, I'm being honest, because I don't really have a whole lot of excitement for it. I think Asuka will win. I think she'll retain, set up in the future a potential Io Sky cash-in. I don't think she'll cash in SummerSlam, but I think it'll be the very future. And I think she'll hold the title when she cashes in.
Yeah.
So they
What
can
I was trying to say was that the build up for the match has been more. I feel like it's been more focused on Bianca versus Charlotte than it has been on the title,
It kind of has.
Yeah.
Asuka's been in the background as pretty much this whole build-up, which is kind of weird.
which sucks.
Yeah. It really should be Asuka and Bianca with Charlotte in the background.
Exactly, because she's a damn.
Maybe or all three of them should be like featured.
All three of them be featured. That'd probably be the better fucking thing.
Like what would have been good was like when Charlotte and Bianca had that whole promo in the ring where they shook hands. They should have had Asuka come out and like I don't know, like sprayed both of them or something like that.
Yeah, probably should have. Yeah, the build has been kind of lackluster for this one, but to be honest, the women's division has not had the best build up on the main roster recently. So
Yep.
it's not really the women's fault; it's just a fucking booking. So yeah,
Yep.
I predict Asuka to win. Who do y'all predict?
I got Asuka.
Mike,
What?
who do you got winning?
Pay attention.
Asuka.
Yeah, pay attention, bozo. Who's gonna win?
I blacked out. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
we know. Yeah,
Did you
we
intend that
know you're
pun?
black.
Did you intend that?
We know you're black.
He blacked out.
You're like, yeah, we know that.
I'm not sure if I can put this bit in. I'll debate during editing if I can put this.
I mean, what's so wrong about that? Like,
Fair point. We're just saying he's. we're not hating.
I mean,
we're just saying
we know Mike. We know Mike doesn't have a problem with it. So.
Yeah, Mike, you don't have a problem with being black, don't you?
I know. Problem being black. We're good to get.
All right, Asuka, who do you got winning? Mike.
Asuka,
All right, perfect.
the Empress of Tomorrow.
All right. Then on our first world title match, one of our two world title matches, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship is up next. This match has had a lot of build up. Like this has been like a very big built up match. I am very excited for this match right here because there is so much that can honestly happen in this match. Like that can happen with the outcome.
I already won the world title.
I think you covered it there, but yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying. Yeah.
I want Balor to win, honestly, bro.
Yeah. I personally, I believe that Finn Balor should win this match. I think that he should get it. He should get the championship. And
Like it's.
I kind of think he will too. Honestly, I feel like they were gonna do it so they could further tease the Judgment Day split up.
Get him back. Oh my bad.
All right, for when they eventually do it. The match itself, Rollins and Balor are known to put on bangers. The match of Money in the Bank was pretty good. It was nothing great, but it was a pretty solid, fun match. So I'm sure they'll probably do another good match again this time. But yeah, the build up has mainly been about Finn Balor getting back his title. This has been perfect, honestly, because Finn finally could try and redeem himself and get a proper title reign after kind of him getting fucked over at 7 years ago at 2016 SummerSlam. That was 7 years ago. Holy shit.
I feel spot where that looks like he's gonna buckle bomb him, but Finn gets out of it somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're probably gonna do a callback to that. Like Rollins is gonna attempt it on Finn.
Yeah, like Rollins should attempt that. but Finn should somehow break. Like Finn should somehow like block it or something like that, or because like that'd be a good callback to the match and be like pretty much Seth's gonna be like, I'm putting you out of commission again.
Mm-hmm.
Like that on. Yeah, because Finn's just angry, like he's pretty much torn inside because his big shot debut on the main roster was screwed over by an injury that he couldn't control. But yeah, buckle long.
So I don't really have a whole lot to say about the match itself, except I'm very excited for it. For my prediction who's gonna win, I'm gonna say it. I think Finn Balor is gonna win the match and win the World Heavyweight title. I think he's gonna do it. I think they're gonna give it to him.
I'd say Finn. Well,
I so badly want Finn Balor to win, but my gut is saying that Seth Rollins is gonna win. I'm gonna go Seth Rollins.
You want Seth? I think that it just kind of makes sense for Finn to win. I mean, if Rollins wins, I've liked his reign so far. So if he wins, I guess I won't complain. But it's the perfect opportunity to get Finn to win, honestly. Like I think
exactly.
It's the perfect chance to get it.
Yes.
Like if they're gonna do it, they should do it at this event. I think it's the perfect chance for them to do it. So, but yeah, very looking forward to that match at SummerSlam. And then it is time. This match, the biggest match of the event, and it's gonna definitely have us all discussing for the undisputed Universal Championship in a tribal combat. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso for the championship. Probably been the most talked about match, the most built up match going into this. Man, I don't know why, but I'm really nervous for this match to play out because of all the shit that could possibly happen. So what do you guys think about the tribal combat between Reigns and Uso?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a great match. I feel like it's gonna. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure Roman's gonna win, as all. And it's like, but I feel like this is where we see Solo and Roman break up.
Mm-hmm.
Or bro, I saw something like I was watching promos for it the other day, and I saw one theory by a comment on YouTube. It was like, this is when Jey Uso turns on Jimmy. Oh no, Jimmy turns on Jey because this is Jey leaving Jimmy behind to go for the main title, and someone was their thought was that Jimmy's gonna come in and turn on Jey, just like not for Roman, but just because he's angry at Jey, and it's gonna lead to a Jimmy and Jey twin feud at like whatever the next review is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind an Uso feud, but like, I'd rather just see Solo turn on Roman. But like, yeah, but we all know that Roman's gonna win mostly because
Solo Sikoa's middle name is Yokozuna. Did y'all realize that?
Wait, like actually?
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yeah, his full name is Joseph Yokozuna Fatu.
It's kind of funny actually.
Yeah, his middle name is Yokozuna. That's kind of funny.
Only 30?
Is he 30 years old? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's accurate. That's accurate.
I mean, that makes sense, but like he looks younger than 23.
Joseph
Yokozuna Fatu. Maybe he's not. He was Yokozuna Jr. once he gets out of the bloodline.
Like Solo looks like he's in his mid-20s, bro.
Yeah.
I almost called it. Brian.
Excellent. So you guys know how I feel about this match. I really think that Jey Uso should win the title here. I feel like that this is the perfect person to dethrone Roman. Mainly because, as I've said, this whole storyline has begun with him. It's been beginning with him. This whole thing has been about him. That's the whole storyline we got here. And I think that Jey is the perfect person to dethrone Roman. If Cody didn't do it this year at WrestleMania, then I think Jey Uso should be the one to do it. It makes sense. Jey was the one to pin. He was the first one to pin Roman in, what was that, 3.5 years? Like, he's the first guy to do it. I feel like that they wouldn't just randomly do that. I don't know, like, randomly do that for no reason. I really think he should win. I think the story makes the most sense if Jey Uso wins. However, the more when we get closer to the event, the more I think Roman's going to win. I'm pretty sure they're going to have Roman retain. which I'm not too happy about, but you know what? I'll probably just move on with it. It ain't gonna be too big of a deal. But I will be a little pissed off, not gonna lie, at the event if Jay doesn't win, because I feel like that's just a perfect chance, you know. And I feel like you're not gonna get as good of a chance ever again, honestly, with that title reign as you rolled it right there, because it's literally perfect for him. Like whoever he happy, like if you have Cody next year, it's not gonna be as effective because he lost the previous year. Solo doesn't make a whole lot of sense either because he just now came into the fucking fold. Like, you get my point?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like
No, I see. Dude.
Yeah.
Because as world champions, my thing, I just don't think him as world champion. Like high mid, yeah. So world champion, not really.
Jey Uso, honestly, to me, has proved that he's world champion material in the last like few months. Like even when Jimmy was injured back in like Thunderdome era, and Jay was by himself, he was really doing good. He was pumping off, and he was good. He's great on the mic. He's really solid in the ring. I think he's honestly could be a solid world champion if he ends up winning. But yeah, like I said, the more closer we get to the event, I feel like Roman is gonna win instead, which does kind of bum me a little bit. But I don't even like if Jey isn't gonna beat Roman, who the fuck is? Like that's my thing. Who is gonna beat him if Jey Uso doesn't? Like I don't know any other possible option that genuinely is as logical as this one.
It's pretty much how you mentioned it, like with how the storyline has been built with Jay being in the beginning of all this.
Yeah.
Like it would be such an impact for him to be the one to dethrone Roman after like 2 years of taking his abuse.
Yeah, exactly. Being under his control and sustaining all the crap from Roman, like it all comes full circle for Jay to finally be him, become his own man. Honestly.
But yeah, if he doesn't win, then yeah, I'm probably gonna be like, okay, so who's beating him then?
Yeah.
Because nobody else is gonna give that emotional impact as if it was Jay.
Yeah, exactly. I think like Cody had a good chance, and that would have been a good that probably would have been a good chance to do it. But to be honest, this is the best chance they got, I think, for someone to actually dethrone Roman and to look like they could actually beat him. This is the best chance they got, and I think this is the best chance they will have. I don't think anyone else really can beat him, honestly. That's just what I think. Like, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for anyone else, like I said. I think Jay's the one that makes the most sense out of everybody that's fought him in the past. So, yeah, I think he should win. But, like I said, the more we get to this event, I'm not sure if he is. So, answer predictions-wise, I hate to say it, but I think Roman is going to end up retaining the title. I don't want to say it, but I think he will be.
Yeah, I got Roman retaining.
Mm-hmm. Mike?
I have Roman Reigns retaining.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully, if Roman does retain, I hope they do something good with him afterwards, because the bloodline will probably be most likely fully done, assuming that Solo turns on him at SummerSlam, which I think will happen, but we'll see. It really just depends what happens after. So, we'll find out this Saturday. We'll find out. Ah, damn, I burped. Ignore that. We'll find out in 3 days at SummerSlam. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright, that is it. We have talked all of SummerSlam. So yeah, this event is coming up in 3 days. We're very excited for it. We'll probably be doing a review of it once it's done. Hopefully this podcast can get out before SummerSlam. I hope it really does.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it does. So, yeah. Thank you all guys for listening to this. Appreciate it. And Chris, if you're watching this, for the love of God, wake up next time. Wake up. You didn't get on this podcast because you went back to sleep. Wake up next time.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up. Omega.
I woke up, Chris.
Yeah. Alright, so thank you all for listening, and yeah, hopefully this is the start of a new future for this podcast. So, goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. See ya.